The Budweiser shootout on Fox is sponsored by Pizza Hut and the new Big Dipper Pizza, only $12 and only at your Pizza Hut. Under caution here in Daytona in the Budweiser shootout next Sunday on Fox. What we think will be the most competitive and exciting Daytona 500 in recent history begins with the Daytona 500 pre-race show delivered by Pizza Hut next Sunday at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Fox is bringing Brad Paisley to Daytona. He'll be part of the pre-race show, and it's in high definition only on Fox. Watch the 78 car behind Jeff Gordon.
Yeah, the 78 got over into the 99, and that's what turned the 99 into Dale Jr. in the 88 car. That's what when you get a good look at it, the 78 really kind of created that whole thing.
All right, Dick Berggren is with Dale Earnhardt Jr.
And he's in the garage right now. You just had a chance to see a couple of replays. What was it like through your windshield?
Well, I just run along there. Me and Jimmy were trying to work together and get ready for our pit stop, and we were hooked in the rear, the right rear quarter panel, and I was watching it, and and I saw this gold car coming at me, and I thought I had it saved for a second, but yeah, it's hard to drive them that fast when they're out of control. But it was fun. The racing might look kind of crazy, but it was pretty fun. It's a new style of racing for sure, and I was enjoying it. We were just kind of waiting around, trying to line ourselves up for the pit stop, and it was just too many race cars going for the same piece of real estate there, but we'll be all right.
NASCAR's most popular driver out of it tonight. Thanks, Junior.
Now here's a look from Michael Waltrip. Look to the right of Carl Edwards' gold car. The black car is Regan Smith.
Yeah, this looks like that Regan got into Carl first, and that's what kind of started that whole thing. But like Dale Jr. said, all going for the same spot.
Came across and just wasn't quite clear. It is a game of inches here in Daytona. The Budweiser shootout on Fox is sponsored by the new 2011 Ford F-150, built Ford tough. By Lowe's, let's build something together. By Subway Restaurants, it's February. All month, any footlong's a $5 footlong. And by GoDaddy.com, domains, websites, and everything in between. We're under caution at Daytona for a multi-car crash. Here's the Sprint in-car camera on board Regan Smith.
Let's see what the Regan looks like. He's looking over. He's about a 48. There's the 88, and then
that's it. Hang on to it. Hang on to it. 88 hooks you, bud.
It is a game of inches, and Dick Berggren at 200 miles an hour. The inches add up pretty fast.
Yeah, they sure do. Carl Edwards, you were watching that replay. You were right smack in the middle of it. What was it like?
It's just too bad that ended up like it did. I think all of us were all going for kind of the same area of the racetrack, trying to get an advantage in that pack. And I stuck my nose up there between the 88 and the 78, and I don't think that far away his spotter could tell that I was in there or something, because Regan was just kind of coming down. And if I'd have known what was behind me, I'd have stabbed the brake and got out of there. But I thought any second he was going to give me a little space. Just too bad we tore up race cars, and we'll get this easy seat car put back together one way or another.
All right, thank you.
Out of the race, along with Edwards as we go green, Joey Logano, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Juan Pablo Montoya, Regan Smith, and Kevin Conway. Back under green, 41 laps to go. And will things settle down a bit?
Well, I don't know. I think they will a little bit, but not a whole lot. This is one that counts right here. This is what I was saying about keeping the intensity up. I think they may have heard me.
At the front, a familiar pair, Jeff Burton and Kevin Harvick, teammates at Richard Childress Racing. Matt Kenseth leads the pursuers with his Roush Fenway Ford teammate Greg Biffle. Now, while we were in break, everyone came in during the caution and topped off the fuel tanks, but leaving pit road was another one of those land rush affairs.
You would think all the action will be on the track at 205 miles an hour, whatever, but even at the slowest speeds, which is pit road speed at 55 miles an hour, watch this.
But Kyle
Trouble,
Busch,
turn one. Kyle Busch and Mark Martin.
Check out. Come on. You all right, Mark?
I think Mark's car looked like it hit anything.
They still haven't shown on TV. You okay?
Looks like both drivers may drive away from this one. Now, under last year's configuration, the front splitters would be heavily damaged on these cars, but that is a change this year. No more splitter on the front end.
Right rear damage on the Mark Martin's car.
They're at the bottom of your screen.
this is two cars that had worked together a lot tonight, the 18 and the 5.
Whoa, just got in there on the outside and, you know, pushing each other in the corner like that. Over 205 miles an hour, the 18 car got loose.
And Denny Hamlin in the 11 narrowly misses another one from the Goodyear blimp. Third pair of cars, right of your screen.
Just got in that real high up there with Mark tucked right up under him, pushing him, and it got him side, got the 18 car Kyle Busch loose. I'd heard a number of guys, and then I watched Kyle in practice. His car wasn't the best handling car of the cars I watched out there on the racetrack the last couple of days.
It's like he just had him at the wrong angle, at the wrong place on the racetrack, and maybe wasn't completely squared up with him, had him more in that left rear.
Yep. And that's tight getting into turn one. You got getting into both turns, 1 and 3. You really crank it in there with somebody laid right up against you. Pretty heavy contact.
You all right, Mark?
Wow. Let's watch and ride with Kyle Busch.
Come on, get it. Oh, we're ready, boys.
Both cars have made it back to pit road. Here's a look from Jimmy Johnson.
Outside. In front of you, smoke, smoke, smoke. That was nice.
Tell you what, not only was it a close call for Jimmy Johnson, another close call for Denny Hamlin at 11.
Yeah, but what were all the sparks flying out from under Hamlin's car as he tried to drive through it? Oh, from getting down on the flat.
Yeah,
that's it.
It's probably the skirts on the side were dragging on the racetrack.
Matt?
Cosmetic damage on the 18. The crush panel was damaged on the left rear to Steve.
And Denny Hamlin comes down pit road, and was it a narrow miss after all? Well, Denny thinks he ran over something. He said to make sure to check the valence, also locked up his brakes and flat spotted all 4 tires. By the way, Mark Martin said the front end of his car is killed. He said, I just turned him around. I don't know what happened. We've been doing that all night.
Steve, I would agree with Hamlin's assessment. There were sparks up ahead. Something came off a car ahead of him, and it looked like Denny rolled over it, and more sparks. Kyle Busch around off the front bumper of Mark Martin. We'll be back to Daytona after this.
The Budweiser shootout on Fox is sponsored by Budweiser. Great times are waiting. Grab some buds. And great times for Jeff Burton, who is back in the lead. His Richard Childress Racing teammate Kevin Harvick right there with him. And Kevin Harvick going for what would be an unprecedented 3rd straight win here in the Budweiser shootout, getting ready to go green. Let's rejoin Darrell, Larry, and Mike.
Thanks, Chris. Jeff Burton has led 6 times for 20 laps, most of all drivers. No one else has led more than 4. Mark Martin has taken his car behind the wall, where he joins Logano, Earnhardt, Montoya, Edwards, Smith, Conway, and Kane. So we get set to restart with 16 cars on track and 37 laps to go.
Yeah, our field is dwindling away.
We've got 2 Roush Fenway cars pushing the 2 Richard Childress cars. Let's see if Burton can get back down in front of his teammate. He's done that in the last 2 restarts, gets right down in front of Kevin Harvick.
Whoa, up the
18.
outside. Here comes Kyle. All the way to the front. He hung back and got a slingshot restart. Shades of Richard Petty, and look at this. He goes to the lead, but he has no help. Can he stay there?
Yeah,